communities served homeless people and those others having, financial struggles and all through the Great Depression compared to now?
I haven't. Yeah, I really, it's really tricky looking through the records and getting an accurate depiction of what's going on. I think more what we've been focusing on is what is going on around the world right now, and particularly what's going on in Portland and Eugene, because it seems like them, more than any other cities in the United States, are a step ahead of us in addressing this problem. A lot of people also have been pointing to Utah because they've actually minimized their homeless population by 71% in the past 8 years.
Wow, how did they do that?
Housing first. It's the way we have it here in the city of Tucson, and it's shelter first. It's a shelter first policy.
Okay.
So when somebody comes in, the first thing they're going to do is try to incorporate them to the shelter, get them in some type of program, get them with a case manager, and work to get them a house. In Utah, they give them a house first, they get them with a case manager, and they work toward getting them on their feet.
That makes sense.
Makes perfect sense, yes.
Yeah, it sure does. And what are they, is that in Portland or Eugene?
That's in Utah, actually.
Oh, in Utah.
Yeah, of all
What are
places.
they doing in Eugene and Portland?
Well, in Portland and Eugene, they actually have tent cities where people are legally allowed to go, set up a tent, and they have food available there, they have blankets, they have the resources necessary to actually survive. And that type of stuff, it's not just one place, there's several places that are like that there, and they're just filled with resources one would need to get back on their feet.
Right. And that's, excuse me, and that's pretty much what's needed, right? A hand up, not a handout.
Exactly. That's the big point that I've been trying to nail home for this past couple weeks is we want to work. I mean, we're humans. We're people. We want to feel like we have a purpose, like we are accomplishing things day to day. But we need something to do. We need more jobs. We need more fair jobs. We need fair treatment. I mean, it's as much as we need to look at and address the problem of and the symptoms of homelessness, we need to look at and address the symptoms of a workforce that isn't gainfully employing the citizenry.
Yeah, that's true. What do you hope to see for the city of Tucson? Do you have a vision?
I certainly do, and that's definitely one of the things that I touched on a lot in the forum was why we are doing this. I mean, we've been here on this sidewalk for 137 days. I don't believe that people should be sleeping out on our public sidewalks any more than anywhere else.
Right.
Since we don't have anywhere else to stay, we will be there. But our demand is put a campsite, a 24-hour community center that has bathrooms, showers, lockers, and place to get electricity and a place to sleep in every single ward of the city of Tucson. And if you do that, being homeless will not be a crime. Until we do that, being homeless is a crime in the city of Tucson.
Okay. Where could we get funding for this?
Much like in Phoenix, actually, they have similar things. They call it the CAS program. It's a little bit more institutionalized than I would like, but they have an over 2,000 person overflow sleep area that people can go pretty much any time of the day and get sleep. They have a DMV in the place, they have a DES in the place, they have social services in the place, they have everything they could possibly need. And the way that this came to be was actually not just simply from government funding, it was a community effort. There's several nonprofit organizations band together, several local businesses, the citizens and the government work together to find the funds to make it happen. And it's a great facility. I want to think maybe a $30 million facility. And it's all managed by all these groups. And that's the ticket. I mean, that's the ticket in any solution is any sector that has any hand or any interaction or any influence on any of our particular issues, we have to work together. There isn't a certain one of us that is smart enough or resourceful enough or good enough to actually fix the problem. It's going to have to be a group effort because all of our perspectives and all of our experiences are needed in creating the solutions.
Okay. Um, did you invite the mayor to the forum?
I did invite the mayor. I invited him through one of our co-sponsors, the Nonviolence Legacy Project. Had Ann Yellett speak with him and speak with Karen Ulick in hopes to actually have one of them possibly be the moderator for the event. They're very busy people, so they weren't able to be moderator, but it was extended to anybody who had any say-so in the matter to come be involved in the conversation.
Well, that's cool. I know from having the mayor on my show, I have to book him out like 3-4 months in advance. And this particular mayor, I've seen him be involved in so many community events, I would say. And I think if anyone's going to be able to help with the homeless situation, he's the one.
Yeah.
I really believe that. Are there businesses that do support you guys?
I want to think that people in general
Okay.
support us.
Okay.
So there are a lot of people that own businesses that support us. Sometimes they come out in a personal capacity. Sometimes they come out in a business capacity. But usually it's a personal capacity because people, it's what they care about. They're not trying to profit off of it. They're not trying to make a name for their business off of it. They just want to help people. We do have a couple feeding events that on the 22nd at Safe Park, my church is going to be helping feed there. But like I said, it's not usually do we do a big sponsored event like we did with the forum. Usually it's just people coming out with their group of friends or their family and lending in support however they feel fit.
Do you feel sorry, do you feel there's a lack of compassion overall in the city of Tucson, or with the people of Tucson?
No, I think we're blessed. I mean, and it's definitely one of the reasons why I've stayed here in this journey to move towards the decriminalization of homelessness around the United States is because there aren't too many cities in the United States that are as fruitful for making these type of changes as Tucson. And I think it's because of the community, the people that are in Tucson. They just care. People that lived in other places in their lives and they were probably progressive for those areas that they lived, and they found their way here because they realized this is a real relaxed, real chill, real caring atmosphere that's in this city. So yeah, I feel blessed, the type of compassion that I have amongst the community.
Very good.
Has come out and participate with Safe Park, but have yet to have any of the the groups that make the say-so with homelessness in Tucson come and say, okay, these are some of the projects we'd like to put in place, or we heard this idea that you had about this. These are some of the ideas we have to make that come. I'm still yet to receive that from them, but my hopes are, as time goes on, they'll see that we're a legitimate group that should be part of that conversation, and they can trust to come to us with whatever information they have.
Okay.